All right, everybody, it is your guy, Yung Blax. I'm out here in downtown Omaha. I am down here with
Brandy.
and
Johnny Chef.
okay, guys, so this is for the Prison Reform channel right here. We are giving people the opportunity and the space to ask me anything they want about my life and my experiences before prison, in prison, or after prison. And we're going to be as honest as possible, and we're going to get their takes on that. So what is the first question that we have today?
I would like to go first. What would you do to change back on what you did before, you got locked up? So
The number one thing that I would have done to not lead me to prison is I wouldn't have been so much focused on the problem, but on the solution, right? And I would have been focused on long-lasting solutions. See, when you're out there, you're living a certain lifestyle, you only want to think about temporary solutions, right? So, for example, I went to prison for robbery. So whatever it is I was going through, I wanted to go hurry up and make some quick cash, not realizing the extent of the circumstances, right? Instead of like, okay, well, let me go get a job. Let me set up my credit. Let me reach out to people and ask for help, right? So one thing I would have done is I would have asked for help, put my pride to the side, and I would have focused more on long-lasting solutions rather than temporary solutions.
Right, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
We got any other questions?
Did you learn from your experiences?
Oh, I sure did learn from my experiences.
Okay, and then another question, did you make money while you was there?
Yes, I did.
Did you make legit money?
No, I didn't make legit money.
Oh, so you guys didn't have jobs where you worked and got paid?
Yes, we did. In Texas, we work, but we don't get paid. In Texas, it's called like indentured slavery, right? So I won't go too deep into it, but it basically started like when the Jim Crow laws were put into effect after slavery was abolished. You had all these different plantation owners and former slave owners. They didn't want to go out there and work their own land, right? So they set these laws in place to where if anybody got caught committing petty crimes such as theft, they would get the most time that they could get, right? So who were the people back then that were going to go out committing petty crimes? It was the former slaves, right? It wasn't a lot of white people that were going to go out there and be stealing. They weren't in position to have to do that. So what they started doing is they started building all these prisons on these plantations. So now whenever you got locked up, your constitutional rights were taken away, and you weren't given the right to be paid for your work, right? So now a lot of these former slaves, they were right back working on the same plantations that they were working on before slavery was abolished, right? So now in Texas, it's the same thing. When you get locked up, your constitutional rights are taken away. You don't get paid for your work. So what I would do, for example, is I would do things like I would make cakes. I had a grill in my cell that I made into my bunk. I would sell tacos. There's a various amount of different hustles that you have in prison, right? But no, if you want to be technical about it, the way I made money wasn't legit.
So you feel like the Lord put you there to put that in your eyes and show you that you didn't have to take?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you received His message.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't want to sit here and lie to you and say I do believe that there's a divine creator out there, right? I don't necessarily want to say the Lord or God, right? But I do want to say that divine intervention did take place, and I was able to open up my eyes to bigger and greater things than what I was focused on before I went to prison.
So you learned how to survive.
Exactly.
From being behind bars.
Exactly.
Okay. So do it change you now or who you are as a man?
Definitely.
As your personality and that the way that you went through and how you went through it, it changed you.
Yes.
Who you are.
It definitely did, yeah.
That's good.
You got like tragic memories, like do you have anything that's like tragic, like that changed you? Something dramatic that happened to you that changed you while you was in there that made you like
realize like this is
honestly, to tell you the truth, there was a few things, but there's two things, right? One, I got a letter from my mom when I got locked up, and in that letter, she said that you did always say that you would become famous and be on TV one day. Yeah. She goes, I guess your dreams came true under the wrong circumstances. And that was because I made the news for my crimes, right? Yeah. And then out of all the different things, I want to say the most extenuating thing that helped me to continue open my eyes more was one of my co-defendants. His dad died while we were in prison. Yeah. And I sort of took responsibility for that because I'm the one who showed him how to do all those things that he was doing that led him down to prison. You know what I mean?
So are you going to lead him better now?
Oh yeah, he's out now. He's doing great. He's a personal trainer. We're both on positive paths. Like I said, I'm a safety professional. I do music. I do Prison Reform TV. I've been home for 4 years now, and now he's on his way to becoming a bigger and better personal trainer, and he also does bodybuilding as well.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you got up out of there because like you went through. I went through the same thing. You know. And so, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, so yeah, you went down a little before me and shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad I took that knowledge from you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you. I really appreciate y'all for joining in with me. Thank y'all so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all subscribe to Prison Reform TV and y'all share this message with anybody that may need to hear it. Let's go.